Stellate ganglion blocks have been getting a lot of attention lately. People are seeking them out for PTSD, concussion, migraines, chronic pain, and a growing list of other problems. And there's good reason for that interest. The stellate ganglion is an important collection of nerves in your neck that influences autonomic function throughout much of your head, neck, arms, lungs, heart, and other areas. So you might wonder, if treating the stellate ganglion can be so helpful, why doesn't Prestige Wellness Institute offer it as a standalone procedure? Because we believe that's starting in the middle of a job and leaving the beginning and the end undone. Imagine building a house by putting up only the frame, with no foundation beneath it and no walls or roof to complete it. Obviously, the frame is a critical part of the house, but it isn't the house. And neither is the stellate ganglion. The stellate ganglion is just one component of your autonomic nervous system, the enormous communication network that automatically helps regulate your heart rate, blood pressure, digestion, circulation, breathing, temperature, immune activity, response to stress, and much more. When that system becomes dysregulated, the problem doesn't necessarily reside in one collection of nerves. The system has become dysregulated. That's why at Prestige Wellness Institute, we take a much more comprehensive approach to restoring autonomic nervous system regulation. We use a number of carefully placed injections, including a technique sometimes referred to as neural therapy, to address the nervous system more systematically, rather than simply treating the stellate ganglion in isolation. And there's something else I want you to understand. People commonly call the procedure a stellate ganglion block, but we're not really trying to block it. Think about that word. When you block something, you're trying to stop it from functioning. Our objective isn't to turn a part of your nervous system off. It's to help your nervous system regulate itself properly again. That's an important distinction. And it's another reason we don't necessarily jump straight to the stellate ganglion. Remember the house. You don't start with the frame, you lay the foundation first. Then you build on it, in the proper sequence, until you have a complete structure. We approach your autonomic nervous system in much the same way. We generally begin by addressing more foundational areas of autonomic regulation and potential sources of interference. Then, based on your individual needs and how your body responds, we progress to other areas, including the stellate ganglion when appropriate. Because comprehensive treatment isn't just about doing more. It's about doing the right things in the right order for the right person. So instead of asking, which nerve should we inject, we ask, what is preventing your nervous system from regulating your body the way it was designed to? That's a very different question, and it leads to a very different approach. There's another important difference. If you shop around, you can easily find clinics charging as much as $1,200 for a single stellate ganglion injection. If every injection involved in the more comprehensive approach we use were priced individually that way, the total could easily run many thousands of dollars. That's not how we do it. Exactly what your treatment costs depends on what you need, but our goal is to make a comprehensive approach reasonably affordable rather than charging you separately for every single injection. Because ultimately, the injection isn't the treatment. The injection is a tool, and the stellate ganglion is only one possible target. The real objective is to help your autonomic nervous system function better. That's why I wouldn't choose a provider simply by asking, do you offer stellate ganglion blocks? I'd ask, do you have a comprehensive approach to restoring regulation of the nervous system? Is the treatment individualized to each patient? And can it include the stellate ganglion when appropriate? Those are much better questions. At Prestige Wellness Institute, we don't just ask, how do we treat the symptom? We ask, how do we help your body function better? Because when you build health, you give your body its greatest opportunity to do what it was designed to do. Wherever you go for treatment, make sure you get the treatment you deserve.